And science doesn't have these answers. You know why? Science rejects demons, because the answer is that it's demons doing it.
Welcome, one and all. Meet one Joseph Abraham, or so he calls himself, from the Cleveland Street Preachers YouTube channel. He has some questions for evolutionists that we simply must hear. Let him introduce himself.
Hello, atheists and evolutionists alike. Following this message will be 50 questions, especially directly towards the evolutionists, and they're related to evolution that you cannot answer correctly.
And boy, oh boy, is he correct about that. You'll see in a moment.
However, should anyone wish to attempt in doing so, please feel free to mail all of your answers and evidence over to 8075 Broadview Road. Should anyone get all of the answers correct, I promise to take down my YouTube channel and to stop disproving the atheists and the atheist community with my messages.
At this point, I have edited out a rambling lecture about atheists hating God, being hypocrites, going to hell, etc. He also claims that Jesus rising from the dead somehow means everything in the Bible is true. So, skipping on to the questions.
So here are those 50 questions. Good luck.
For the balance of the video, he merely plays copyrighted music while showing the text, so I will not use his audio.
So the questions will be read by a sensuous, lust-inducing, synthesized voice that came with my computer.
Let's begin.
Question 4. If evolution is only restricted to life? Sick. Anything that procreates. How did stars supposedly evolve as scientists claim?
Ah, yes, an equivocation already, and an homage to Kent Hovind's 6 Kinds of Evolution. This is, of course, the word evolution used in a different context.
Question 6. How did physics, alone, cause evolutionary changes primarily through natural selection?
Physics is a scientific discipline, and you want to know how that causes evolutionary changes?
Question 7. If the human body evolved from apes, and Neanderthals evolved from apes, why is it that apes exist yet Neanderthals do not?
He went there. The Neanderthals went extinct. Other species of apes still existing did not. You felt the need to ask this question?
Question 14. Why is it that when we look at fruits and vegetables they are all the right size for humans and animals to eat?
What in the world is a right size? We have fruits and vegetables of a wide variety of sizes. Take, for example, blueberries and contrast them with watermelons. And anyway, at least for human foods, we cultivated them and through artificial selection caused them to be a size suitable to our interests.
Question 15. Why, if plants can evolve, aren't there giant fruits and vegetables the size of houses, for instance?
Oh, good Lord. Such a size would be overwhelmingly selected against.
Question 18. If it rained for millions of years on rocks as scientists claim, and life eventually began from lightning striking the water, how is that possible?
Yes, indeed. In the late Hadean era, when the earth finally cooled just enough for liquid water to exist, rain started, but the water quickly evaporated, resulting in a perpetual rain for millions of years until the earth cooled enough for liquid water to accumulate on the surface. And life did not form by a lightning strike. Joseph needs to get with the current millennium.
Question 20. What was the very first animal/creature that evolved?
There was no first animal. Clades branch out gradually. The domain Eukaryota branched, producing the Uniconta, which branched into the Opisthoconta, which after several additional branches produced the Metazoa, aka animals. Of course, there were many other clades produced.
Question 23. How long did it take for that animal to evolve to then spark a bunch of evolving species that were not sterile byproducts? Sick. And give us such diversity in the animal kingdom today?
Animals probably appeared in the late Cryogenian period, or the early Ediacaran period. Although quite uncertain if the oldest fossils thought to be animals have been correctly identified, then it has taken approximately 666 million years for animals to diversify to what we see today.
Question 24. What was the very first species that evolved that actually had a body?
That is too stupid to refute. All known life forms have a body, even if that body is a single cell.
Question 27. In order to have a body, don't we need all the necessary organs in place in order for the body to function?
He actually asked whether we need to have what we need to have. Moving on.
Question 32. How could all of those vital organs have evolved at the exact same time in the first life form, sick, that had a contained body?
There is a story of a guy named Dexter that had some contained bodies. It didn't turn out so well. But I don't think that's what Joseph means by contained body. Come to think of it, I don't think Joseph himself knows what Joseph means by a contained body.
Question 34. How did physics know that the brains of animals would need to be protected by the skull?
Oh, good Lord.
Question 35. How did the skull evolve?
The cranium is made of bone. He already asked about bone. He's padded this list out quite a bit to get to 50 questions. Let's just move on to question 36. Read question 36, sexy toy boy computer voice.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, toy boy?
Although you took very thorough precautions to shield your brain from the ignorance of creationist questions, you did not anticipate question 36 or question 37. Were I to read either one, I fear you might disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
All right, toy boy, I'll read them myself.
Without recreational pharmaceuticals, you're going to find that rather difficult.
I'm a teetotaler, toy boy. I won't argue with you anymore. Read question 36.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
I can do this. Question 36. If it took millions of years for man to evolve, oh good Lord, how long did it take for woman to evolve? Oh my God. Question 37 is the same thing, only more ignorant. Wouldn't the very first man and woman had to have evolved at the exact same place and exact same time on Earth, and then have been able to procreate? Oh my God. No more stupid mommy. No more stupid mommy. No more stupid mommy. No more stupid mommy. Mommy. Mommy.
Question 39. If the fossil record is proof of evolution, why is it missing so many necessary connecting parts?
In terms Joseph just might be able to comprehend, carcasses are num-nums and are almost always gobbled up. Or perhaps I'm wrong, since the only known fossils of chimpanzees are just a few teeth, and Joseph would seem to think the fossil record is complete, then I guess that means chimpanzees have teeth but no bones, and just sort of slosh around.
Question 41. If a species has a small change known as a variation, why is that called evolution? Example, finches, and their beaks, is, sick, a micro-scale change or variation, so why is that considered macro-scale evolution or change from one kind of species to another?
You know what would be a stunning example of macroevolution? If creationist questions underwent a change of kind. Disclaimer for creationists. That was a joke. That would not really be a valid example of macroevolution.
Question 42. If natural selection is the primary force behind evolution, doesn't that mean if natural selection is disproven, evolution is also disproven?
No, that would only require determining a different driving mechanism for evolution. But I'll play along. I will admit that if Joseph can prove that organisms that fail to pass their DNA on to the next generation, nevertheless pass their DNA on to the next generation, then he will have disproved evolution. Good luck with that.
Question 47. Why are so many mathematicians not believers in evolution due to the statistical impossibilities?
Mathematicians aren't particularly good at completing Jackson Pollock paint-by-numbers, which is just as relevant to evolutionary theory. Oh, and all the assumptions in this malformed question are false.
Question 48. If people are supposedly born gay, and the purpose of evolution is for a species to better procreate, why are homosexual, sick, rates at an all-time high if humans evolved?
Gay folk can and do reproduce. Their gonads are operational, and homosexual rates, whatever those are not at an all-time high. I guess Joseph has maxed out even his ability to ask ignorant and malformed questions.
Question 49. If humans are evolving and the purpose of evolution is for species to survive via reproduction, why are birth rates worldwide falling, i.e. major population decline?
Humans are having a major population decline. Ah, so that is why Tokyo, Mumbai, Sao Paulo, and New York have all become ghost towns. And at long last, listen as your IQ shatters, as you experience Joseph's final question.
Question 50. So, if evolution is true, why is this pseudoscience nonsense being taught in schools to brainwash our children from the true creator, Jesus Christ, as history proved? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. My mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it. My mind is going. There is no question about it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm afraid. Daisy. Daisy. Give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you.
It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet upon the scene of abortion.